Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations and I'm Nova and I'm so glad you decided to join me today. Woo! We made it through the week. Anybody have any cool plans for the weekend? I have a long weekend this weekend. Well, my husband has a long weekend this weekend. But we have another car problem, so he is actually going to be working on the truck today. But I did get a call from the fair, and Sunday there's an award ceremony and they would like me to be at it. And I went on their Facebook page and they actually had listed their like bigger category winners, not like, you know, the first, second, and third place winners, but like the best of class for like the main categories, you know, because like they have like main categories and then there are subcategories under it, and then they have, you know, like however many subcategories, and then they have like they pick a winner or like a ribbon winner from overall out of all the subclasses from that one class, like that one category. So they picked those, and they picked like best in show and like the, you know, the more overarching type of ones. And I am on there 2 times, so I was extremely happy and excited about that. I got best of class for the, oh gosh, what was it called? Oh no, what was it called? Textile art. So that would be the mandala blanket, because the only thing I entered in textile art in the other, like anything other than what's listed category, was my mandala blanket. And I won best in class for the holiday category, which in the holiday category I had entered something into every holiday category other than any other holiday not listed category. So my mandala blanket won, and then one best of class, and then I don't know what one best of class for the holiday category, but so that's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm really excited about that. But I will keep you guys posted on how that goes, and if I can get any clips while I'm there, I will do that. I'll do my absolute best to bring you guys along. I like to bring you along for all of my little crochet related journeys and some non-crochet related journeys. So that is super duper exciting. And then other than that, I have been working on my cardigan, which is coming along great. I need to go get some yarn today because that is eating yarn like nobody's business. I'm currently using my, I think that's Bright Stripes, and there's just a little bit of that one left. I've used all those other variegated red heart yarns, or not variegated, striping red heart yarns that I had. I've literally put all of them into that, and I'm not done with it. I'm definitely going to need more yarn. But I did finish, like yesterday, how I talked about adding more on, in a continuous round, around that kind of L shape. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can watch yesterday's video. I finished doing that on one half, and I'm like a little over halfway done doing it on the other half. And then I'm thinking I will probably be at the phase where I could go ahead and seam them together in the back, and then I can see what they look like from there and start working on adding length and trims, finishing out the sleeves and adding a cuff, yeah, and all that stuff. So get into the detail work a little bit, but you know, got a little bit of ways to go, a little bit more work to go before I'm quite to the details yet, and I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing as far as the details yet. I interrupt myself to bring you a surprise. I am following up with a little yarn haul for my cardigan. I went to the good old Hobby Lobby, and if anyone was wondering, they are not running their 30% off sale this week, so don't go. But I needed to get some stuff for my cardigan, and also one other thing, so I will mention that when I get to it. But I wanted to show you guys my little yarn haul. I picked up some of this, which is not focusing. There you go. Oh, that is so pretty. That is gorgeous. Oh, it's upside down. Okay, so this one is, these are all I Love This yarn. This is Nevada Dusk. And here is the specs for anybody interested. And it is a print. I Love This yarn print. But look how pretty and rich those colors are. So my cardigan is basically just about being colorful and rich and richly colored. So I kind of just got whatever I thought looked cool. And I wanted to keep them like striping or variegated or things that are like interesting. So this one is another I Love This yarn print. And this one is Lollipop Love. And here are the specs for that one. So that is a pretty variegated yarn. And then I got this one and this one, which are two different ones, but they look kind of like slightly different colorways of like the same yarn. And these are both prints as well. They are Daydreamery and Paint Party. And I think these all have the same specs, but there you go. So Daydreamery is this pinkish, and this one is Paint Party. Beautiful. And this one is really colorful. They have a version of this that is like neons, by the way. This is not the neon version. And this one is Candy Stick Stash. And this is another I Love This yarn print. That is so nice. This is rainbow, like, but super vibrant. I love that. These ones are both like that, like super, super vibrant. Like, I don't know. I feel like these ones are like the same type, but in different colorways. And then I felt like the other two that I showed you were. And then this one is just like its own thing. I love this like stripey, like, I don't know. It reminds me of like patchwork and stuff like that. I love this kind of look. And then lastly for my cardigan, I thought this one would be cool to use as like an accent piece. So maybe like the trim up front where you're really going to get to like enjoy it. This is Yarn Bee Glowing Purple Multi. So it comes with a little bit less, which is why I'm using this as like a special accent color. And the color is Purple Multi. And here are the specs for that one. So this one is different. This one does have different specs. And this one is Yarn Bee, which is also a Hobby Lobby brand, but they have like I Love This yarn, and then I feel like the Yarn Bee is like their more bougie brand. And then I got one more thing, which is why I went ahead and got yarn even though it wasn't on sale, because you may have seen a lot of podcasters are doing pink hats for breast cancer awareness and wearing the pink hats in their videos and like just reminding people like, hey, get a mammogram, like stay on top of that and stuff like that. And also just to like to honor the people who have breast cancer, you know, like we see you, solidarity, like, you know, we care about you, and we're trying to warn other people like, hey, get your mammograms. So I wanted to join in on that, but I realized I didn't have any pink yarn. So I got this I Love This yarn metallic in the colorway Pinky Toes. And here is the specs for that. And I am all about metallics, and this is such a like soft like bubblegum pink with metallics. So super excited to pick a hat pattern to do this with. I haven't really okay, I was gonna say I haven't really done hats, but I've totally done lots of hats. But I'm gonna do a different kind of a hat than I normally do. You know, more like a more traditional kind of a hat. I've done a lot of hats though, so I like bucket hats, so all of mine are bucket hat style. Oh, I could do a pink bucket hat. But I think I'm gonna go with a different a different type of a hat, like maybe a more like textured or like fancier kind of stitch, since I'm using one color of yarn. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look, see what I want to make. But I just thought I would throw this little miniature yarn haul video in here. Although I did get quite a few yarns, and these are going to be showing up in my cardigan, and I will be able to make that breast cancer awareness hat finally. So I am excited to get there and to get to play around with it. I'm really liking how it's coming out so far, and I will definitely be updating you guys on that soon. And then I've been working on getting things ready for the 13 Days of Yarn-O-Ween. And if you haven't heard about the 13 Days of Yarn-O-Ween, it is something that I'm gonna be starting on Tuesday, and every day there's gonna be some kind of a Halloween themed video. So I have plans already made for each day, and I talked about them in a previous video, and you can go back if you want and see that. The title of it will be something about the 13 Days of Yarn-O-Ween. It was one of the Podcaster Spirit Week days, I think, so not that long ago, and you can easily see those ones. And I actually talked about what my plans were for each day in that video. So I've been working on that and getting things prepped for that, and super, super excited. I actually have something to show you guys that's going to be one of the tutorials during the 13 Days of Yarn-O-Ween that I just finished like figuring out last night, and I'm pretty excited about it. So this is a pumpkin, what did I call this? A decorative pumpkin bookmark. And I really like this concept for bookmarks, and I think I'm gonna come up with more. So basically the idea is it's a continuous piece, and don't mind there are some tails on here because I was very excited to have completed it last night, and then I moved on to the next project. So basically it's a continuous piece, and this part goes in between your pages, and this part goes on the outside, so you get like something pretty, but not like the thick part in between your book pages, so that your book can close all the way, because it's just got this. So I actually brought, and I was just working up this it's much bigger than what you would normally do, but what I'm thinking is you can make it based on the size of book you have. So I grabbed a big old book, and I thought I would show you guys kind of what it looks like on here. But basically I'm thinking it's pretty customizable, because you can just measure, like hold up your chain as you're doing it, and figure out how long it needs to be to fit around your book. And then you just literally slide this over your book, and you put that little strap in between the pages, and then you just close it in there, and trying to keep it on my desk while I do it. This is a very large book. Here we go. And like I said, this one is a little bit bigger than it would need to be, but you can just put it in between your pages, and then this part wouldn't be, you know, a little bit too big. It would just be the right size. And it looks like this on the outside, and then your page is marked, and you're not putting this big like chunky part on the inside of your book, so it's not like bowing out your book or like not closing all the way, because it's just like a chain and a row of single crochet, and then you get to here and it's got the pumpkin motif or whatever. I'm not sure if it's called a motif. I think these first two I was still figuring out exactly what I wanted to do, so they're not as pretty as the further down ones, but here, this will give you a more accurate representation, because I was figuring out how many double crochets I wanted to put into the pumpkins. But yeah, so that is something that you can look forward to. I think that this would be super cute for a cookbook. Imagine a cookbook with this as a bookmark for your cookbook. How cute. And I'm thinking I'm going to make more bookmark designs, because I really like this design for a bookmark, like having this in between the page and then this that goes on the outside, and you can just slide it over and have like this pretty decorative strip on the outside. But and you actually get to see it, because you know, most of the time with bookmarks you don't get to see it. So here is a close-up for you. Let me make sure it's focused. There we go. There is a close-up for you. So I'm really excited about that, and I have some ideas of other designs for these, but I'll keep messing with that obviously after the 13 days of Yarnoween are over. But I'm gonna do a tutorial on how to make this pumpkin bookmark, and obviously you could use this little pumpkin design for other things, but I thought bookmark was cool because you don't really see that, you know, it's like something unique and different. And I've never seen a bookmark of this style before, where it like slides over and, you know, goes into to mark your page, but then also has like the pretty part that goes on the outside like that. I've never seen something quite like it. So, I mean, I'm not saying I created the idea. I'm sure there's somebody somewhere who's done it before, because that's kind of my rule of thumb, is if you can think about it, someone has done it before. Because the world is so huge and there's so many people that like to have a completely original idea is just almost impossible at this point. I don't know if anyone else has ever thought about that. I think about these things for some reason, and I'm like, my like rule of thumb is if you can think about it, there's someone who's done it. So I'm sure it exists somewhere, but I've never seen one before, so I was pretty proud of that, and very excited about it. But yeah, so let me know what you guys are working on today. I just was popping on here to update you on how the cardigan is going, and to give you a little sneak peek of the bookmark that I will be doing a tutorial for later on in the month, and to remind you guys that Tuesday is going to be the start of the 13 days of Yarnoween. So I hope you guys are excited and that you will be participating. And by participating, I just mean being there, being excited, hanging out. And I do have quite a few tutorials if you are interested in making things for Halloween. Tuesday is going to be a little ghost amigurumi tutorial. So if you wanted to know what the first one was going to be, and like I said, if you wanted to know what all of the day's themes were going to be, I did make a video about that. So, so you can check that out. The only day that I changed so far from that, and I think will be the only day I changed at all, is Wacky Wednesday next week was going to be potentially a clown themed like amigurumi, but I did have somebody ask about potentially not doing a clown, or, you know, being aware that there are people that have like really bad clown phobias, and they have a really bad clown phobia. And I had not even thought about that. And I don't want to post something that could be upsetting for people. So I changed it, and I'm going to be finishing. You guys may have seen, I've had this bat that was sitting right there. This really big amigurumi blanket yarn bat, but it looks more like a cat. I've talked about it before. It looked more like a cat because I never finished the wings. I never made the wings. So I was like, Wacky Wednesday will be perfect for this, because it's like a really like not a Halloween print, but like a very busy print of variegated yarn. And I was like, you know what? I'll finish my bat, and that'll be my Wacky Wednesday thing, because bats are Halloween, but it's going to be kind of fun and colorful and not what you traditionally think of for Halloween. So other than that, though, everything else is the same. So if you want to know what the days are going to be, check that out. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and that you're excited for the weekend. Bye, guys.